Good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday evening and tonight's video we are going to be having a little bit of a calving update. Haven't had a calving update now in well over a week, so decided we'd maybe do a calving update this evening and just kind of let you know how we're getting on with calving. It is going very well. If you remember, we had a couple of losses early on. We lost the first cow, lost the first calf, and we lost one then a little bit later. I think we lost 2 of the first 7, which wasn't a great start, I have to say, but it's been going okay since that. Now we had a couple of little issues, but nothing too major at the same time. The other issue we had is actually right here in front of us. One of our better cows, about 8 days ago, she calved. She was calving on her own. Come on her. Probably calving a couple of hours. Looked a little, I knew looking at her straight away that she just wasn't herself. She had feet out, feet were cold, so she had been calving for a couple of hours. But put the jack on, calf came out actually very, very easily. Now, quite a big calf. You can see him here. He's more like a calf that's, he's like a calf that's a month old. You can see on the size of him, lovely Charolais bull calf. But calf is fine. But the cow has been lame ever since. Now we have had the vet out a few times. She didn't get up for the first. It took her about 4 days to get up. We actually had the calf. We had some frozen beesland milk which we had to thaw out. Give that to the calf for the first day or 2, and then he was on powdered milk for a few days. So we did try milking the cow on the ground while she couldn't get up, but she then eventually got up and she's still standing, but she's a little lame still. That is putting it down to possibly when she was calving that she dropped herself on the ground and possibly maybe even fractured a bone in her leg. So now she's up and getting about, she's doing okay. She stayed to the milk, she didn't stop producing milk, which is great, and she's now feeding the calf herself. But she is, you'll see her turning around there now, she is a little bit lame. So of course with everything it's never all rosy. But she's in a good spot. She's in plenty of straw, and she's doing okay. So that was her. The latest calf that was born was just here this morning, out of the limousine bull. This is the new limousine bull we got, and nice calf out of him, nice shape, and decent enough size. Limousines are usually fairly small when they're born and grow fairly rapidly. So. Yeah, quite happy with him, and all was okay. So yeah, we haven't had a massive amount of calves over the last few days. A little bit of a breeder. This one here was obviously born this morning. The previous one was it Saturday, I think. So we had a couple of days of a breeder, and it just allowed us to get some other jobs done. But one of the things that we done today, moving some of the cows and calves around, and we put some more calves down in creeping, which we'll go down and check now in a moment. Another thing is, well, this is our new bull is here. He's doing very well. He's been here ever since he arrived, more or less. Moved around a couple of pens here initially at the start, but he's been in the bag since more or less since he arrived. He's doing very well, eating very well, and is growing. You can see him all the time that he's getting bigger, which is great. Now this is our infertile bull that you've heard so much about if you've been following the channel. The infertile bull that now is over 20 calves born here on the farm this year. So went lame, a little bit lame last year. We got him. We were afraid that he wasn't putting any cows in calf. You've heard the story a few times if you've been following the channel. Afraid he wasn't putting cows in calf. We got the cows scanned. Scanning man said nope, nothing in calf. We got a fertility test done a couple of months later. Fertility test guy said, nope, this bull will not have put anything in calf. We'll never put anything in calf again. So we put him in to slaughter him. In the meantime now we've all these calves out of him. He has put on quite a bit of condition on him. Not massive. He's still okay. Like he could still bull cows if you like. But we had a guy out doing the cow's feet, paring the feet. Took him out, put him in the machine, tied up his feet. The one that he was a little bit lame on. He paired it a little bit and followed. He found this mark on it, which he followed right back up to almost right up through the hoof, and he found a stone in it. So stone was taken out, and the bull is much better on his feet now ever since. So he's in here on straw. He's still, you can see him moving his back foot there a little bit. He's still a little bit sore on it, but much better on his feet than he was. So this bull's going to be getting out as soon as the weather picks up. He's getting outside. We're not going to kill. We're not going to slaughter him. He's going to get another chance because he's not that old. He's about 5 years old. He's only done a few seasons with the cows. He's very quiet, which is very important with a stock bull, and he has fantastic calves out of him. So we're hoping that everything's okay with him. I don't know if we might get him fertility tested again and just get him checked out. But looking at his bag, if you like, or his stones, they are very healthy looking, and everything looks good on that front. So I think he deserves to get a second chance and see if his infertile self will put some more cows and calf, which I think he will. Right, we're going to go in the back and we'll have a little look at the cows and calves that are down here creeping. So let's see how we get on down now. So we're in the back now. At the minute, you might find the cows a little noisy while we're in here because obviously they're only transferred over here today, and they're still not used to not having the calves around them. These were all out in the open bedded shed outside, which we're trying to, the system we're trying to do now this year, just it's a little different than normal. We usually used to send them straight in here for creeping, and we're not doing that. We're giving them a day or two, if we can, giving them a day or two in the pens up the top. They're then moving out then to a bedded pen in front of the silage pit, which will hold about 3 cows and calves quite easily. You could fit 4 maybe. They get a couple of days there, and then they're transferred across into the large bedded pen that's outside, or bedded, it's the bedded shed that we're using outside. It can hold 10 cows and calves. So yeah, it has worked fairly well. We've had no issue with any scour, crypto or anything like that so far, so we'll see how it progresses. But yeah, so these are the oldest of the calves. These are all out of the Charolais. Everything that was born early on was all out of the Charolais, and some lovely calves in it, doing very well. These calves, some of the oldest of these calves is probably around, what is it, about 2.5, 3 weeks old at this stage. Just have to look at the book, I can't actually remember. But like, we're not calving that long, and like, we've already got 27 calves, so we're over halfway. But yeah, doing very well. Done very well out in the bedded pen. We're very happy with how that turned out. They've done well on the straw, and they're quite happy to be in here now. There was no issue with them adjusting to the creep gate here. It was just a matter of, we put them straight in, they run in, some of them run straight in here to the mothers, and then came back in here straight off then, once they weren't thirsty and weren't ready for milk. So yeah, the creep pens, they do work well, especially when the calves get on a little bit. If they can get a couple of weeks old and get out of that danger zone for getting any of those scours or those like the likes of crypto or anything like that. So yeah, that is those. We'll sneak in and see. These are the younger calves are in on this side. So a couple of these still have to be tagged. The very last of them that's born. There's actually 3, I think, that still have to be tagged. But again, as I say, there is what's in here? Yeah, there's 9 cows and 9 calves in this pen as well. So some of them are actually in creeping and feeding at the minute. But yeah, doing very well, and very happy with how it does work out. I would like to have another couple of bedded pens that would maybe hold about 20,000 calves, because it's just something that I think would work well in to have that, and then maybe to be moving the very oldest then of the calves, maybe say when they were 6-8 weeks old, you could move them in here. You know, if weather was against you, ideally you'd love to be getting them outside, but that doesn't always work, especially with the way the weather is at the minute. Like, you'd have no hope of getting any outside. But yeah, that's really it. Calving is going okay. Obviously don't like to have lost a couple that we lost, but you're gonna have that. Like, there's some years that you lose them early on. We always lose a couple. We always seem to lose a couple along the way. Some people will tell you they never lose any, but it can be hard to believe that at times. You can see a lot of the calves have actually vacated here where I am. There's a couple of them just starting to come back in. Once I left the creep gate over there, the entry exit point, the pen, they all run through it. But yeah, they're starting to filter back in. And like if you walked away from here and come back in 5 minutes, they'd all be lying in here in the straw again, or most of them. You can see there's another one just starting to come through now once again. It works well. It does work well. The only time it doesn't work well is if you have the likes of a crypto problem or something like that, where a calf can get down a little bit, maybe on energy, or like when he starts to get dehydrated. And then they end up lying out on the slats because they're not fit to walk in and out of the pen. That's the time when it just doesn't work as well. The calf then can get cold and he can deteriorate quite quickly. So there's pluses to it and minuses to it, but you just need to know what you're at with it and what to watch out for. So, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's just kind of a quick update video, because I know some people love to see the calving videos. They like to see the calves and how things is going. A lot of people don't. It doesn't get massive views. So I'll probably limit it to like video a week, just an update on the calving, and we'll have a look through them. Because any more than that, I think is probably oversaturation with it. And yeah, like unless, what I'll try to do maybe is if there's one of them needs a helping hand and I have to jack a calf out or something, like throw on the head cam and get a bit of footage of that and just the process and how we do it or how it goes, and it might just be something a little bit different. Again, if I get a video maybe of a cow calving and I can place the camera and she's going to calve naturally, I'll try and get that as well. So we'll see. Look, I'll try and mix it up, but as reviews go or update videos, I was going to try and do maybe about one a week, so we'll work it like that. So that's it. As I say, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't know what the next video will be. It might be video tomorrow or possibly on Thursday. It'll be one or the other. So until then, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the sub button, throw in a like on the video, and of course leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything. I will try to get back to you, as I always try to. So yeah, see you in the next couple of days.